As a longtime enthusiast of the X-Men franchise and a connoisseur of all things Wolverine, I must say that the multiverse exploration in Deadpool and Wolverine was an absolute delight. However, having navigated through the intricate timeline maze that is the Fox X-Men universe, I can't help but feel a sense of relief that the filmmakers chose to keep the likes of our purpose. And what it means is that the filmmakers don't, they inform more senses is relatively simple. And sometimes removing a particular Wolverine character from the film Deadpool and Wolverine allowed Henry Cavill's surprising MCU debut to shine without competition, from an intriguing take on the Claude X-Men to member con men. The Marvel Studios production of Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool character from the 20th Century Fox's series. Consequently, not all the engaging and amusing Wolverine variants initially intended for the movie could be included. But the Wolverine who did make it might appreciate this decision. In the comic book series titled Wade Wilson Played a Significant Part as the Deadpool Corps clashed with the mutant heroes, including Wolverine under the control of MMA, Corings, Villainous, Cassandra Nova as well. The MCU versions of Wolverine also added an entertaining element, echoing some of Logan's famous Marvel Comics adventures. Notably, a critical storyline featuring Wolverine and the Weapon X program, where he underwent adamantium enhancements, almost came into play in Deadpool and Wolverine, although it was ultimately overlooked. And then there's a quick, very small as water section. If you Cavill as water, like a piece of Viter on Henry Cavill's appearance as a Wolverine variant has been praised. In September 2024, Phil Saunders, a Marvel Studios concept artist, disclosed that he had sketch designs of a Wolverine character who was attempting an escape from the Weapon X to marriage by a census. These illustrations were inspired by Barry Windsor Smith's Marvel Studios Presents number 79 cover from 1991, and would have delved into the narrative presented in that comic. The Wolverine in these drawings wore a bulky retro helmet with a large pink visor covering his eyes. Regrettably, due to focusing on another significant introduction, we didn't get to see this variant in live action. In the film Deadpool and Wolverine, Henry Cavill, nicknamed Cavalrine by Wade Wilson, switched from DC to Marvel, taking on a version of Hugh Jackman's famous character. This is only the third time an actor has played Wolverine in live action. And while his portrayal was brief, it received positive reviews, leading to speculation that he might reprise the role as the official MCU Wolverine. However, this has been a topic of some debate. Introducing the Weapon X Wolverine variant could have overshadowed Cavill's debut in the MCU, as it would have generated more questions. Deadpool and Wolverine's Weapon X variant would have raised more X-Men timeline questions. 20th Century Fox explored Wolverine's Weapon X history on a number of occasions. 20th Century Fox's X-Men series has often sparked debates about its chronology due to multiple revisions of the narrative history, the introduction of conflicting plot lines and continuity issues that grew increasingly perplexing, and introducing a fresh take on Wolverine, whose escape from the Weapon X facility has been depicted previously in 2 different films, might further complicate the already intricate timeline in the franchise. 2009's movie X-Men Origins Wolverine delved into Logan's past involving Victor Creed, William Stryker, and Team X. And unfortunately, this film was sort of a letdown for the Fox X-Men series, prompting hints that Logan's origin story would be more comics aligned in 2016's X-Men Apocalypse, which took place in the 80s. In this rendition, Logan donned a Weapon X costume that was more faithful to the source material, but it could have been even closer to the comics. It appears that a new version of Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine's Weapon X program might have resulted in unnecessary confusion. Deadpool and Wolverine's variant roster was perfect in the final film. Deadpool and Wolverine included many variants of its titular heroes. In essence, the movie featuring Deadpool and Wolverines offered a unique blend where they could delve into the strange realms of multiple universes. However, beneath this adventure, it essentially revolved around Earth 1005's Wade Wilson's quest to rescue his cherished found family. Consequently, while some might have preferred an endless parade of intriguing and peculiar characters in the film, Deadpool and Wolverine managed to maintain a harmonious equilibrium. The movie effectively presented numerous versions of Deadpool and Wolverine without overwhelming viewers or incorporating them merely for the sake of inclusion, masking Wolverine's different versions, such as Old Man Logan, One-Armed Wolverine from Age of Apocalypse, and a small, true-to-comics version of The Mutant, and others were truly enjoyable for viewers. Henry Cavill's portrayal of Wolverine was particularly impressive, but it could have been quite different if Weapon X Wolverine had been included in Deadpool and Wolverine. Marvel Studios opted to keep the movie focused on a few variants, but they left room for more to potentially appear in the MCU down the line